Are you banned? Go ahead. Aren't you banned? No. Go ahead.
Okay.
He picks on everybody at the gym, everybody, never stops.
He does a pretty good job here too.
Yeah. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Tuesday, July 1st, 2026, City Council meeting is called to order. Invocation by Pastor Matt Baker from the Island Church, followed by a pledge of allegiance. Thank you, Pastor.
Dear Jesus, we lift up this meeting to you. We pray that you would be with our leaders, would be with our city. Lord, give our leaders unity, give them grace, give them strength. Lord, I pray that you continue to bless our city. And Lord, we're thankful for this wonderful place we get to call home. And Lord, we pray that our leaders would have all the wisdom, strength, and vision they need. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Councilmember Silvers? Here. Councilmember Robertson?
Here.
Councilmember Harrelson?
Here.
Councilmember Stewart?
Here.
Councilmember Simpson?
Here.
Mayor Kennedy?
Consider entertaining motion to consider tonight's agenda.
Move to approve the agenda as written.
Second. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Considering previous minutes from our regular council committee hold on 6/16/26, our special call on 6/29/26, and our work session 6/30/26. There are no objections. The readings of those minutes will be waived. Are there any corrections to the minutes? If there are no corrections, minutes stand approved as written. Any announcements? Okay, no announcements. Entertain a motion to offer of accounts.
Move to certify the cash requirements with no related interest are within the budget and appropriate for payment.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Move to certify the cash requirements with related interest and SWIFT supply are within the budget and appropriate for payment.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
Motion carries. All right. Jason Padulis, we have a presentation from he's Executive Director of Mobile Bay National Estuary Program. Glad you're here.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon. How's everyone? So I am Jason Padulis. I'm the new director of the Mobile Bay National Estuary Program. I've been in this position about 6 months, but been with the program nearly a decade. And so just wanted to come down, put a face to the name, and reintroduce myself to the great city of Orange Beach. Kind of let you know some of the things that we work on, and hopefully how we can get some collaborative partnerships to help you and all the things that are important to the city here. So again, we're one of 28 national estuary programs. We're a trusted convener, a science-backed organization. And what we try to do is bring people from all sectors of our communities together to tackle complex challenges. So that means elected officials, private sector, grassroots groups, you name it. And so I don't have to tell you, you obviously have a lot of complex challenges in your community, just like we do in Coastal Alabama in general. So while growth brings opportunity, there's pressure on our infrastructure. There's challenges associated with extreme weather. At the same time, our budgets and staff don't necessarily have the bandwidth to handle all these things. And so for us, it's collaborative partnership, bringing people to the table where we're not trying to tell you how to make a decision. We want to put the tools and the resources together to strengthen your opportunity to make the decision you see fit. So 2 products that I wanted to share with you today that kind of give an idea that I think that the community as well as you can leverage is the State of the Alabama's Estuaries and Coast Report. This is the first document of this nature printed since 2008. This is the synthesis of all the coastal science that has happened over the last 17 years. We put it in an easy to read bedtime document. It's not too technical, but it's based around the values that people care about: access, water quality, fish and wildlife, shorelines of beaches, you name it. And so that kind of gives us a status of where we're at in Coastal Alabama. And then we just came out with our comprehensive conservation management orders we shared. We spent the last 2 years putting this kind of collective roadmap together for priorities on growth management, waste management, sediment management. These are both vetted documents that you can use to leverage as you're pursuing grant funding or you're looking for opportunities or activities that you think you may want to leverage through other financial resources out there. So again, I guess status of where we're at and where we're going. And so on top of all that, I just wanted to thank you for your time, let you know that we respect all of your existing partnerships. We're not trying to replace those, but we are just a trusted partner down here. We look forward to getting to know you better, and doing some more work to hopefully help you do a better job. So with that, I'll take any questions, and I've got some information packets I'd like to leave with the clerk that have my contact. And so I'd be happy to discuss anything offline.
Thank you, Jason.
Thank you. Thank you, Jason.
Anybody else have a question for Jason? Hey, Jason, where's your office located?
Yes, sir. So we serve Mobile and Baldwin County, and we're right in downtown Mobile on Oil Street, right across the bay or head west.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, moving to unfinished businesses. Ordinances, second reading. Ordinance amending chapter 70, article 2, code of ordinance, city of Beach, to reduce the speed limit on certain streets within the Louder Place subdivision.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Second. Discussion?
Yes, sir. I have to go over the minutes of the last meeting, which was an annual meeting. It was brought to the attention of the community.
Can you just tell us who you are, sir?
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Darrell Boleski. I live on Tarpon Lane in Lauder Place. Get my minutes turned over here. Was brought up on the last meeting. They wanted to change the speed limit from 25 miles an hour to 15 miles an hour in Lauder Place. There was a motion, vote on a resolution to present the city an ordinance to lower the speed limit. And another person said that it may be a waste of time, but I guess it's worth a try. Another person said, motion to present the resolution to Orange Beach City Council and lower the speed limit in Lauder Place to 15 miles an hour. There was a second and a third. Now they claim that there was a 100% approval on that. Now, when I got the next meeting from the secretary of Lauder Place, there was 85 parcels that were represented. 16 of those parcels voted twice. 38 parcel owners did not attend. 21 were presented in proxies. And there was only 10 representatives presented to those 21 proxies. I propose that we leave it the way it is. I would have to check with the city. Has there ever been anybody in that neighborhood hurt or killed or maimed? Not that I know.
Can I ask you why you're opposed to a 15-minute, I mean, a 50-mile-per-hour speed limit in a neighborhood loaded with kids? Why would you be opposed to it?
I'm opposed to it because it violates my Fourth Amendment, freedom to travel, of the Constitution, which supersedes cities, the state, the county. It's the United States Constitution, Fourth Amendment. We've had problems with kids, but I contend that it's a parental problem, not a community problem. They want to turn our community into a playground, 15 miles an hour. I drive through there maybe 20, and I'm still slow enough that I can see what's going on, see what any traffic. I have a problem with, they had a meeting, they called a meeting. I was invited, I didn't get to attend, but there was no debate on this resolution, no rebuttal. Nobody had the opportunity to even hear it. I mean, there was 60 people or properties that didn't get to vote, or they relinquished their vote to a proxy.
I think the whole thing was just kind of ramrodded through, hoping nobody would hear about it or take any action against it. 25 miles an hour seems to be adequate at this time. We've had no problems with accidents or injuries. We have had a lot of problems with kids driving their electric bikes, their scooters, and running stop signs, not following the rules of the road. And if I had my choice, I would say if you don't have a driver's license, you don't get to drive a motorized vehicle. Thank you very much, Mayor.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know that I've had an outpouring of opposition, but actually, significant support for the 15 miles per hour. Personally, that's what I have found. The intra POA differences has no bearing on me. The precedent has always been at the request of the HOA board, and the board requested 15 miles per hour. If there's issues within the association, that's something y'all need to work on. But for me, we have always adhered to a HOA recommendation of this nature. And trying to think of anything that we did.
Wakefield. You can represent it, so you can.
Wade Fillmore's here. Wade, I just wanted to call Wade. Wade contacted me 3 months ago. Some of the board members said that y'all were meeting on a Sunday night. I took a call Sunday. I discussed it with y'all.
And before you start, can I give a little, the reason we've always done that is because if someone requests X out of the neighborhood, we've always said, no, you need to go through the association because you want it doesn't mean everyone else does. And the opposite can apply. But in this situation, I said, we just adhere to that precedent of the HOA represents the neighborhood. That's a singular voice for me, as opposed to a bunch of different voices coming from different angles. So, anyway.
Wade and Fillmore, you don't need my address or any of that information.
That's for your resident.
Yes, I'm a property owner association president representing that. So to clarify this, we had our annual meeting, and for the last 3 years, this has been discussed, and I've said, listen, let's take our time, let's try to get people to slow down. It's been a 3-year process, and we finally, at this meeting, it was brought up again that it's a concern and a worry, and we had our covenants. You have to have a certain amount of members to have a quorum, to have a meeting, and the 100% was not 100% of the members, it was 100% of the people at the meeting. And so we had the numbers to vote, we had everything's in order, and we've presented that, and we presented it to y'all. I don't know what else to do with it. This is what the majority rules and the majority would like this. And I'm simply here presenting that on their behalf.
Yeah, the proxy vote is a legal vote. A homeowner can relinquish their vote to an officer of the POA or to another person that lives in the community. So a proxy vote is a legal vote. And I'm with the mayor, I would think that if a POA came to us and the majority of them voted and that's what they wanted, then that has a lot of credibility with me.
I've taken numerous complaints from residents in your first subdivision. I've owned some property back in there on Tarpon, actually, all the way in the back, correct? Tarpon all the way in the back?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Sailfish, all that through there. I've taken numerous complaints from residents about the running of the stop sign on Water Lane coming through there. Buzzing through there most of the time. It's on weekends. We're not sure if they're going back to Old Home Park or into actually your subdivision. But for years, I've heard nothing but complaints about speeding. And so I've taken complaints on this.
And that was one of the conversations that came up repeatedly at the meeting is the officers, anytime we've asked OVP to come in, they always come in, but with the speed limit at 25 miles an hour, there's not much they can do.
Yeah.
And we don't have sidewalks, so you have to walk in the street.
Right.
And so it's just, our point of view is we'd rather err on the side of caution, be safe than not, than have somebody injured.
When you contacted me, that's
Correct.
exactly what we talked about.
Yes, it's just a safety issue.
And I will say that the e-bikes and golf carts are being addressed probably next meeting.
What's that?
The e-bikes,
Yeah.
next meeting, and there'll be several rules that will be enforced.
And Mr. Gillespie, we don't discount your position. We're not saying you're right or you're wrong, we're right or we're wrong. It's just, this is the way we've done it for so long, to try to get a unity of voice when there's making a change, a wholesale change being made. And so for me, this satisfies that requirement. Anybody else have any other questions?
I also live in a neighborhood without sidewalks and have two small children who love to ride their scooters and bikes, and it's a real problem. And been criticized in our neighborhood Facebook group for getting stop signs put up. But for me, it's about the safety of our neighborhoods and the safety of our children. And if I have to stop for 5 extra seconds, or if I have to go a little bit slower down the road so a kid doesn't get ran over, that's what I'm willing to do.
That's never happened. You got a problem.
Could you come to the mic?
Okay. See. That's never happened. We have a problem that doesn't need fixed. It's kind of like, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Well, we're fixing to fix the e-bike issue, and we haven't had a bad e-bike, but we're fixing to fix it because it hasn't happened doesn't mean when and if, it means when. And that is going to happen. And to say that, I'm sorry, to go from 25 to 15 in a neighborhood full of kids, I don't understand how anybody could oppose that.
That's a playground.
Maybe it's an inconvenience to you, I understand that, but I don't know how, and I'm sorry, I don't necessarily argue with your argument, I just disagree with your position. I think erring on the caution of kids just makes sense.
So there's plenty of green space for them to play besides in the street. We have the pool, which we spend money every year on. We have the green space behind the pool where they can play their volleyball or basketball or whatever they want to do, but keep it out of the street.
Well, I think the big issue is you guys don't have a sidewalk. You know, if you had sidewalks, it'd be one thing that every kid's gonna ride a bike in the street. I did without a sidewalk. And you probably did too. And you just have to, and there's more people live here now than was many years ago. There's more e-bikes now, and these things that we're dealing with, and it's just getting to a point where we're gonna have to crack down and we're gonna have to be extra careful. That's why I don't have a problem with 15. But I do understand what you're saying.
Thank you, the council.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Wade.
Yeah,
Thank you, Wade.
Questions?
Thank you, Wade.
We're good. All right, moving to new business under resolution. We didn't vote.
Councilmember Silvers?
Yes.
Councilmember Robertson?
Yes.
Councilmember Harrelson?
Yes.
Councilmember Stewart?
Yes.
Councilmember Simpson?
Yes.
Mayor Kennas?
Yes. New business resolutions, resolution authorizing execution of a mutual aid agreement with Lifeguard Ambulance Service for the business of Medstone.
Move to adopt the resolution. Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution appropriating funds to Care House doing business as Baldwin County Child Advocacy, $10,000 fiscal year 2026.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution authorizing the execution of memorandum of understanding between the city of Orange Beach, Baldwin County Sheriff's Office to assign municipal police officers to participate in the Baldwin County Drug Task Force.
Move to adopt the resolution. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution authorizing the purchase of 2 utility vehicles for the police department through Sourcewell, Baldwin County Victory Polaris, $44,853.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution approving a temporary permit for portable building located at Orange Beach Marina.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution authorizing a franchise for One Love Shuttle to operate a taxi service within city limits police jurisdiction of Orange Beach.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution authorizing the franchise for a random area executive transport operator taxi, city limits, police jurisdiction, Orange Beach.
Move to adopt the resolution?
Second.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution adopting a city seal style guide for the city of Orange Beach.
Move to adopt the resolution. Second.
Discussion? Mark, will you take 1 second to tell me what a style guide is? Yes. I didn't know it was
Mark Anderson, Public Relations Manager for the city. The style guide, we've had the city seal for a long time. It's just the last official guide we had was of 2001. So through the years, we had different iterations of it. We just didn't have the graphics guide to help staff, for say letterhead, things like that for official notification. So this just streamlines everything, cleans it up, so everyone can use it graphic wise. Just where we need it to be. It's needed to be done for a long time. I'm happy we're here now.
All right, thank you, Luke. Any questions for Mark? Done, the only done one?
Just appreciate you taking the time to do it, because I know it can be tedious work.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. Resolution authorizing the city of Orange Beach to prosecute claims in multi-district litigation against certain fire apparatus manufacturers, related entities, industry trade associations.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. I would just like to briefly explain that to the audience. So this is a class action lawsuit. Do you want to do it? Actually,
Let's see how he does.
class action lawsuit against certain fire apparatus manufacturers for price fixing. And we're entering into it because our fire trucks is costing us an arm and leg. And they have gone up significantly in a very short period of time. So that's what this is all about. Would you agree with that, Chief? It's gone up a good bit. It almost doubled. Is that?
Yes.
All right. So we vote? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution authorizing execution of performance contract with Randy Reeves for attendance instruction.
Move to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Resolution awarding the bid for Sea Turtle Facility Life Support Systems and Equipment, Coastal Resources Department, to Integrated Aqua Systems, $84,297.04.
Move to adopt the resolution. Second.
Discussion.
Life support systems for turtles. Just want to make sure.
Do what?
You're right. It's not good.
Wonderful.
She's the grant. Explain that.
84.
How did you CPR on turtle?
Nicole says the grant.
This is a grant funded project, 100% reimbursable.
But still, explain CPR to the turtles. Jack wants to know. I love the turtles. I love more for $8,000.
But then you say this is 100% reimbursed?
That is correct.
Awesome.
It's a natural resource damage assessment. This is more oil spill fine money, so it's the silver lining for oil spill. We're gonna save out the materials.
There you go. Good. Good save turtles. Won't cost us anything. That's even better.
It's just another great addition to what we do to take care of our wildlife.
Right.
Thank you, Nicole. And Philip.
I still don't know how it works. Somebody can fill me in.
I'm like,
Loud today.
video perhaps.
We'll do a demonstration.
I'm Jack. I'm the turtle.
David can be the turtle. All right, maybe we can put up, I think, public hearings, right? Do what? Can we vote? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. All right, moving to public hearings. Public hearing. Ordinance amending ordinance number 172, AC Hotel, Marriott, Orange Beach, community modification parking lot, parking layout amendment. Griffin, take it away.
Yes, this is 23370 Purdue Beach Boulevard. It's on Plainview Development. This is the former site of the Bromar Beach Baptist Church. This is the request this afternoon is approval of measure of modification to the PUD. It's going to deal more with the parking and the building layout for the proposed hotel. Planning Commission considered this last week. They gave the request a favorable recommendation, and the latest PUD was approved last year. If we go to our next slide. So when it was approved last year, there was there's a 2-story parking deck in front of the building. And they were going to have stacked parking on the first level. It's going to be a hydraulic operated device, platform parking, and City Council said that they would not want that device on the first floor. So they came up with this off-site parking facility that was going to be about more than a mile to the east of the hotel site. It was will be, I think, around a bit trial. So to request this first part of it, if you look on the screen, the green areas, we're going to start looking at the existing 2-story parking structure that's in the front. They're going to add a third level or additional level to it, so you will have a 3-story parking deck at the hotel. This is going to eliminate the off-site facility that's to the east. So with the construction of this third level, the parking structure, parking on site, there will be 160 total spaces on site. Now they're not.
I think I missed that. You said they're now going to put employee parking on site instead of down the road.
That's all the parking. All the parking will be on site.
Okay.
There will not be any off-site parking. So again, there'll be 160 total spaces. They'll still have maintained the 100 rooms that were approved previously, so there's no increase in the number of rooms. Now, to accommodate the additional parking level, if you look at the orange area, so there will be 8 rooms that were on the third level. They're going to move up to the rooftop level where the rooftop lounge was approved. And there'll be, so on the rooftop level, you're going to have the lounge, and then you're going to have 8 hotel rooms. If we look at the rooftop lounge, it's 3,500 square feet. That's what was approved before. They are wanting that this rooftop lounge to be open to the public. In the previous approvals, it was closed. It was just going to be for the hotel guests. So this is going to be open to the public. It requires 35 spaces, and they'll be able to provide those on the site with the increased parking. If we go to our next slide. This is a proposed elevation showing the hotel with 3 decks to the parking structure. If we go to our next slide, this is just a sort of aerial view of the proposed hotel. If we go to our next slide, these are just drone aerials that were shot earlier this month showing the existing.
Y'all see the one on the left? That's what it looks like now. So, like you all know,
Okay.
for the audience, that's what we're dealing with currently. Go ahead.
And next slide. So the 2025 PUD increased the gross floor area. It was about 37,700 square feet because they're adding to the existing building for the hotel. With this modification, it's being increased to 56,900 square feet of gross floor area increase. That's a 15% increase from the 2025 approval. The primary additions will be the parking area on the 3rd floor and then moving the lodging rooms to the rooftop level. Again, no change in the number of hotel rooms, no change in density. 2025 approval, the developer agreed to have off-site parking instead of double stack on the first level, so that's being eliminated. Everything's being moved on site. With this modification, the hotel is going to have 160 parking spaces. So if you look on the purple box to the left, 160 total spaces that required, 125 for the hotel rooms, and then 35 for the lounge
Next slide. Deviation zoning ordinance, so this is just maintaining the setbacks. This has been approved with the 3 previous PUD approvals, having a 20-foot setback for the building and then a 5-foot setback for the parking garage on the west side. If that was approved with the previous planning developments. If we go to our next slide. Just additional information, the hotel will construct a walkway that's 8 feet in height on the west lot line between the end of each music. Parking mills will have screening, we got almost 9 feet in height. That will be a combination of sonic walls and also aluminum railing. And then all exterior lighting must be wildlife friendly for our city's lighting ordinance. Conditions of the approval is on the deviations for the setbacks that were previously approved. And then the last 2 are just minor ones, removing the note referencing the supplemental off-site parking in the civil drawings and also providing an additional handicap parking space. And if you have any questions.
Thank you, Griffin. Any questions for Griffin?
So the barriers did not check, the barrier height did not check.
The applicant's here, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I have a couple of questions. So before it was, your lounge is going to be for, if you don't mind coming up to the microphone, the lounge is going to be for your tenants only, your guests. And so now we have 35 spaces for the lounge, the patrons. So I guess my question is, if you have 50 cars that park on your place to go to the lounge, where are you going to put the other vehicles if it's sold out?
So obviously, 35 parking spaces is required, right, for the 3,500 square feet. Our intention is on the parking spaces to have them designated for the lounge. And so obviously towing will be a thing. Each one of our people that are staying in the hotel, we have 125 spaces on site for the hotel guests. You're going to come with a tag, you're going to have credentials, and have somebody kind of walk you through to make sure that someone's overloaded and just go up and park it to the hotel parking spaces.
I'm sorry, can I get your name?
Sure, Zach Hoyt, A&R Group.
And when did the change occur for the live music?
There's no live music. No live music. So you can see it also one of those aerial shots it was brought up in a number of different conversations as well as previous approvals as it relates to this, being an open air bar kind of road, ruck and rouse. It's not the case. You can see on the rendering aerial, I think it's the other one. On this one, you can see it's all enclosed. So the only part that's open as it relates to the lounge is a little bitty deck basically in the very front, kind of what I'll see in the rendering side. And so that's really an intent that, if somebody's having a cocktail, they can kind of go look at the views. Obviously at nighttime, you're not going to be able to see anything. And obviously that portion will close down. One of the biggest...
Zach, is that what you're saying? You're saying on the south side is where you're going to have the open air lounge on top?
Facing the beach.
Yeah.
So it's not open up. It's
right there.
The lounge itself is it's pretty hard to.
Here's on the Gulf, that's the back.
Okay, on the back.
The front side.
I've been here since I was a kid. I didn't know. There you go.
Right up here.
Yes, sir.
That's what
yes. So the lounge is basically, you guys can see it, about, I would say 60% of that whole developed on the rooftop. There are 8 rooms that we push, and again, this is to kind of further my point as it relates to being a ruckus surrounding bar, if you will. We'll have 8 guest rooms connecting to this. So obviously it comes 11 o'clock at night. There can't be DJ music. There can't be anything along those lines. So there's going to be no live music. It truly is a lounge where people can go up there and have a cocktail, enjoy the views. And so now with this, obviously this change that we're proposing in terms of the parking, one of the challenges I proposed, I stated this in the planning and zoning, becoming the policeman of who is there, who's not, was going to be a very difficult one. And we knew that, and obviously we wanted to put that challenge, and we were going to go through that process. Obviously now we have the ability where anybody in this audience, you guys can go up, obviously in the off season, take up there, have a cocktail, or before, mayor, council, sorry, we can't accept you guys. And so this puts us in a position where we think it's the best of both worlds.
Let's be clear, you did not make the change because the council or mayor requested that change, correct? Okay.
That was poorly stated. Anybody in the crowd could come and yell it, so.
You can clarify that with the media after the meeting.
Loud and clear right here.
I wouldn't mind going, I think it'd be great, I don't think any rooftop lands. That's my only concern though, if I go to sit, it's one place that says for lounge parking only, or
Yeah, we'll have it designated for
lounge parking, and that's
some signage
so if
that
somebody comes up there and they can't find the lounge parking, they're just gonna have to leave.
they're gonna have to,
Okay, all right.
that's correct.
Are they allowed from the beach to walk up to the?
So,
Yes.
yeah, the occupancy of this is not very big. I think it's like 100 people max. That's at max capacity.
So no live music.
Yes, sir.
Griffin, did they have to relocate the entry ramp? They didn't have to.
They did not.
Okay. And that clearance is okay there?
Everything is truly the only change. There's
The additional room?
on the additional, like the back set side, if you raise my language here, on the back, there's no impeding any of that. So it's great. Basically, found the right engineers, and I say this on the planning zoning, we found the perfect engineer that was like, hey, you guys have been looking at this all wrong all along. And so we're going to speed ramp up to go to the next floor.
So there's no future plans for a pool or any further PUD modifications?
No, building.
Right.
Pretty much maxed it out.
Let's go back to the music component. We were told that you were going to think about requesting a music component.
No, that's
I
not.
don't have a problem with acoustic. Okay, no bass or anything like that. For something out there for those kids that are going to come out there and sit on that deck.
Yeah, so, I mean, we will have an element of, I've been to a number of rooftop bars from San Antonio, et cetera.
Right.
There are ways to not impede in terms of loud,
Yes.
put speakers underneath. We're going to have little ambience of that. And obviously there'll be some speakers inside the actual enclosed lounge itself, where there's music and things like that. But it's not going to be live band, acoustic.
Just small little 48-inch subs.
Well, it looks like it's gonna be a beautiful.
Long term.
Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for clarifying. I appreciate it.
If it's okay, I'd like to just give a brief history of how we got to this point. Because for the audience, we have pretty much adhered for years to a zero tolerance increase in density and tried to maintain that so that we applied zoning as it should have been applied. This was a unique exception because most of you know that it was a church at one time and had become an eyesore. And generally, we don't like to be involved with any of the finances of the inn at the end of the day, but because of the nature of what it was on and what it was going to continue to be an eyesore until we allow that building to become something else. So I think previous council and now this council decided that the eyesore was the greater evil than increasing density and allowing something nice to be developed there. So that's sort of how we got here from it being a church. That was in very, very poor condition.
Yeah, it's deteriorated. I was on planning commission when that came. And Jack, I think you were too. Junior came right after that, I believe. But it's a much better look than it would have been if it stayed deteriorated.
It was a mini Bama Bayou on the beach. So, all right. Thank you. Anybody in the audience have a question or a comment? I'll open the floor up. Come on.
Ben Bowles with Beach Music. Just a couple of questions. First, on the parking, the 125, that's for household guests. Is that correct?
Yeah, this is required. It's 125 space, 1.25.
Okay, so then you got 35 for the bar. Is there no employee parking at all? Use it now?
So all of our employees currently are shuttled. So we go within properties within this.
Okay, so there's no employee parking at all. Okay, I'm concerned about this rooftop bar. And I mean, we have our bedrooms 20 feet from this open rooftop bar, which I'm concerned about, noise and, music and all that. I understand that there's not going to be, bands and such, but, if I think it's reasonable to ask that there's no amplified music in the rooftop bar.
I think I agree.
And also that, if we could possibly shut off the patio area at 10 o'clock.
What time do you close your swimming pool down next door? 10 o'clock?
Yes.
Then the boat should coincide. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
What time are you planning on closing?
Yeah, the patio is that clock spot.
Okay.
Yeah, we have an issue.
Even on the weekend,
Yeah, I mean, the patio is like, it's not very big. The majority of the bar is considered.
Inside.
So-
okay.
Would that be
Well, maybe that's a glass doors or something to stop the noise.
Yeah, so I mean, the noise on your side is completely a wall. There's not like a roll-up door next to your development there.
Yeah, I understand, but as far as between the inside of the lounge to the
Yeah,
outside,
it's not-
it would be a glass partition, will there be something there?
Absolutely, it's not an open air concept because it's ton of, that's also, just for record, that's where our breakfast area is in the morning. So it's all enclosed, and then obviously in the evening, if somebody's at the, as a cocktail during sunset and wants to walk out to watch the sunset, they have the ability to. And obviously they can come back in for the sun goes down.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just, I'm just concerned about the noise. I really am, because, granted, it's a rental property that's, but it's still residential as far as, people are coming there to enjoy a family holiday. They don't want to have a loud bar recital.
Well, if the patio is closed at 10 o'clock, same time your pool is, and we have a new noise ordinance that went into effect, I think we're in good shape.
I think it's a fair compromise. I hope so. Think so, Ben?
Yeah.
You live with it?
I can live with it.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
You good with that, Zach?
I'm good.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Anyone else? Okay, I'll close the public hearing. And move to ordinances, the first reading, ordinance amending ordinance number 172, AC Hotel by Marriott, Beach PUD modification.
Move for unanimous consent to suspend the rules to allow for immediate consideration of this ordinance.
Second.
Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Silvers?
Yes.
Councilmember Robinson?
Yes.
Councilmember Harrelson?
Yes.
Councilmember Stewart?
Yes.
Councilmember Simpson?
Yes.
Mayor Cannon?
Yes.
Move to adopt the ordinance.
Second. Any further discussion? Call the roll, please.
Councilmember Silvers?
Yes.
Councilmember Robertson?
Yes.
Councilmember Harrelson?
Yes.
Councilmember Stewart?
Yes.
Councilmember Simpson?
Yes.
Mayor Cannon?
Yes. Motion carries. Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you, Ben, for working. Where'd you go? Way back there. Thanks for working with me. First reading ordinance amending, chapter 50, City of Orange Beach, recreational vehicle rentals. All right, first reading, ordinance amending chapter 70, code of ordinances. Article 9, bicycles, micro mobility devices, and electric motorcycles. Yeah, want to move on? Or give it Stu for another 2 weeks to
I want to
see the tickets? I'm good with that. All right. Then do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
We are adjourned and moving to the committee of the whole for Tuesday, July the 21st, 2026. Call the board, call us all, please.
Councilmember Silvers?
Here.
Councilmember Robertson?
Here.
Councilmember Harrelson?
Here.
Councilmember Stewart?
Here.
Councilmember Simpson?
Here.
Mayor Cannon?
Here. So, as I usually do, read through all of these resolutions and then at the end, let y'all ask questions. I think we'll start opening it up to the public that if they don't know what something is, they can ask. And we can, because a lot of times we just assume everybody knows what we're talking about. So, all right, we'll call, did you already call them?
Yes.
Considering previous minutes, regular council committee of the whole 7/7/26, move those forward for review, moving to new business under miscellaneous. Resolution accepting a negotiated price for exotic invasive plant species removal, native landscaping, monitoring, and education for the Coastal Resources Department. Resolution awarding the bid for a work skiff for the Coastal Resources Department. Moving to resolutions, a resolution authorizing the execution of a cooperative agreement with Alabama Department of Environmental Management City, provide permitting, regulating, monitoring, and inspection services. Resolution awarding Sergeant Joey Brown his duty weapons and badge as part of his retirement. Resolution authorizing the execution of a software service agreement with Motorola Solutions for a flex subscription suite for, for the police department. Resolution authorizing the execution of a services agreement with Wheeland Engineering Company, for vehicle software with police department. Resolution authorizing the execution of a professional services agreement with Adams Stewart Architectural Services. Resolution authorizing the execution of a task order with Adams Stewart Architect to provide architectural design, engineering services for hurricane safe and first responders. In amount not to exceed $306,000. Resolution reappointing Bill Brett to the Gulf Shores and Orange Beach Tourism Board of Directors. We'll save that one for its own little.
Yeah, that's, back up.
Yeah. That's gonna take a while. Resolution authorizing the execution of participation agreement with the Municipal Workers' Compensation Fund. Resolution accepting the donation of Police K-9 Knox from the Orange Beach Police K-9 Foundation. Public hearings. Amenity District PUD at the Wharf Landing on 8/18/2026. And Columbia Southern University PUD modification, new freestanding sign August 4th, 2026. We all good with those dates?
Yes.
All right, ordinance amending chapter 42, article 3, City of Orange Beach, flood damage prevention to delete a subsection 8R. Very exciting. Looking forward to that one.
Yes.
All right, questions on any of that? Anybody got any questions? Anything we just went through? Anybody got questions or comments on anything? Okay, well, okay, motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.